Welcome to the chemistry question. Jordan here, and a couple hours ago I uploaded a video where I appeared to show water that turned into wine and then back into water, and as promised I wanted to upload a video explaining how I did it. Oakley2256 was the first one to correctly guess. So, what I did, the water that I started with was actually a dilute solution of sodium hydroxide, which is basic. And then when I poured it into the wine glass, what you didn't see were about 3 drops of phenolphthalein that were at the bottom of the wine glass. So phenolphthalein, which I have here, is a pH indicator. So it's colorless below a pH of 8.2 and pink above that. So, sodium hydroxide is basic, and I didn't measure the exact pH of what I had, but clearly it was above 8.2. So, when I poured it into the third glass, there was just a little bit of vinegar at the bottom of that third glass, which then brought the pH down enough to make that pink color go away. So, that's how it's done. As far as when I start blowing bubbles into the pink solution, carbon dioxide, which I exhale, will react with the water and form an equilibrium of a dilute carbonic acid. So I made the water more acidic, and that made the pink color go away. So I'm going to demonstrate some of these properties for you. So once again, I have the phenolphthalein, and right here I have a glass of water, and this is actually water this time. So what I'm going to do is just add a couple drops of phenolphthalein. It doesn't take much to the water. So that's about 4 drops there. And you can see it's still colorless. Which makes sense because water theoretically is neutral because this is tap water and not distilled water. It can have a little bit of a pH range, and even distilled water can too because carbon dioxide from the atmosphere will dissolve in it. So I'm going to start here with a hot tub chemical that increases pH. It's a pH increaser, and the active ingredient in it is sodium carbonate, which is a weak base. That makes sense. So I'm using my high-tech plastic spoon. I'm getting just a little bit of sodium carbonate. It's less than a spoonful. I'm going to take it and I'm going to dissolve it in the solution. You can see it turns the sort of pink magenta color that we saw earlier with the water into wine demonstration. Now, I can turn it back just as easily. I have a pH decreaser here as well, and this is sodium bisulfate, which is a salt that is very slightly acidic in solution. So I'm going to take a little. I'm just going to sprinkle some in. And you can see there's a reaction going on in there. It bubbles a bit. We stir it up. What we want to do is get it back. Now it's a little cloudy because it hasn't completely dissolved. But you can see I have turned it colorless again. Now, once again, I can increase the pH. It starts off at first neutralizing the acid, but then the solution turns pink again. And that's how phenolphthalein works. And you saw I just added a couple drops, and it really goes a long way. So that is how I did that. I'll try and come up with more tricks that I will have you guess. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below. And until next time.